Hello, Guy, and welcome back to 30 Minutes Podcast, the show where we dive deep into topics that really matter to you. I'm Debron Souffle.
And I'm Mary. Today, we're talking about something that everyone has probably felt at some point in their lives. Being without friends, or feeling like you have no one close by. But guess what? No friend, no problem. We're going to break it all down for you.
That's right. We often think of friendships as essential to our happiness and well-being, and while that's true, sometimes life doesn't go according to plan. People move, relationships change, and sometimes we just find ourselves alone. So, how do you navigate that?
Let's start by talking about the stigma of being friendless. It's almost like society tells us that if we don't have friends, there's something wrong with us. But the reality is, there's nothing wrong with enjoying your own company or taking time to focus on yourself.
Exactly. And this is especially true in today's world, where social media makes it seem like everyone else has this perfect social life. But often, those snapshots are just that, a moment in time, not the whole story. Mary, have you ever felt pressured by social media to appear more social?
Oh, definitely. I felt that pressure to post photos with friends, to share moments that look fun, even if I didn't feel like it at the time. It's almost like we're competing to see who has the most friends or the most fun, and it can be exhausting.
It really can be. But let's flip the script a bit. What are some positives that come from not always being surrounded by people?
One big positive is the freedom to explore your interests without worrying about what others think. When you're alone, you're not compromising or trying to fit in. You're just being yourself. It's a time to dive into hobbies, learn new things, and really understand what makes you happy.
Absolutely. And speaking of hobbies, let's talk about some ways to make the most out of your time when you're alone. What are some activities you'd recommend to someone who might be feeling lonely?
Well, first off, I'd say get creative. Whether it's painting, writing, playing an instrument, or even cooking. Creative outlets are a fantastic way to channel your energy. It's therapeutic, and you might discover a passion you didn't know you had.
And for those who might not feel like they're the creative type, how about physical activities? Exercise is an amazing way to boost your mood, and it's something you can do solo. Going for a run, practicing yoga, or even just taking a walk in nature can make a huge difference.
Yes, and let's not forget about the importance of mindfulness and meditation. It's a great way to center yourself, clear your mind, and find peace in solitude. There are tons of apps and online resources that can guide you if you're new to it.
That's a great point. Now, I want to touch on something that might be a bit more challenging. When being alone starts to feel more like loneliness. It's normal to feel lonely from time to time, but how do you know when it's becoming a problem?
That's an important distinction. Feeling lonely occasionally is natural, but if you're finding that it's affecting your mental health, your ability to function day to day, or your self-esteem, it might be time to reach out for help. And that could be as simple as talking to a therapist, joining a support group, or even reaching out to family.
And let's not forget, even though we're talking about no friend, no problem, it's okay to want friends and to make the effort to build connections. There are so many ways to meet new people, whether through community events, online forums, or interest-based groups.
Absolutely. And building friendships takes time. It's not about quantity, but quality. Even having just one or two close friends can be more fulfilling than a large social circle.
Let's take a moment to share a few listener stories. We asked you to send in your experiences with solitude and loneliness, and we've got some great responses.
Our first story comes from Debron Souffle. They write, I spent a lot of time alone after moving to a new city for work. It was tough at first, but I used that time to really get to know the city and myself. I started hiking every weekend, and it became something I look forward to. I still don't have a huge group of friends, but I'm happier than I've ever been.
That's such an inspiring story. It just goes to show that even in isolation, you can find joy and fulfillment. Our next story is from Mary. They say, I've struggled with feeling like I don't fit in for most of my life, but I've learned to embrace my uniqueness. I started a blog where I share my thoughts and experiences, and it's connected me with people all over the world.
That's amazing. What a great way to turn something that felt negative into a positive. And it highlights another important point. Sometimes it's about finding the right people who appreciate you for who you are.
Exactly. So as we wrap up, let's leave our listeners with some actionable tips. If you're feeling lonely or if you're just spending more time alone, here are some things you can do.
1. Embrace your solitude. Use this time to learn more about yourself, your interests, and your passions.
2. Stay active. Whether it's physical exercise or creative activities, keep your mind and body engaged.
3. Reach out when needed. Don't hesitate to seek support if loneliness is affecting your well-being. There's no shame in asking for help.
4. Connect online or locally. Join groups or communities that share your interests. Even online friendships can be meaningful.
And 5. Be patient. Friendships take time to develop. Focus on quality over quantity, and let connections grow naturally.
Great advice. And remember, being alone doesn't mean being lonely. There's power in solitude, and it can be a time of growth and discovery.
Thank you all for joining us today on Podcast Name. We hope you found some comfort and inspiration in today's discussion. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, share it with a friend, and leave us a review.
And don't forget to tune in next time for more thoughtful conversations. Take care, everyone.